Hello my beautiful internet friends and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be introducing the products I'm using for Project Pan round 2, year 2. I don't know, I started Project Pan at like an awkward time during the year. Like most people start at like the beginning of a year, like January, you know? But me being the backwards ass person I am was like, you know what, let's start mid-April, let's just make it interesting. So yeah, this is the new Project Pan 2020-ish, I guess. Just last week I posted my final video of Project Pan round 1. I showed you guys my progress and all of my accomplishments and failures of the first Project Pan. And with that, I took a lot of mental notes of what products to choose for round 2. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys some things I would like to work through in this next year. You will be seeing these products very often on my channel in tutorials and Flashback Fridays and videos like that. So yeah, let me just stop babbling and show you the products and tell you why I picked them. So I do have a total of 10 items here, but like some of them are similar, you'll see. So for instance, I have 2 of these Colourpop blush sticks right here. I have fallen in love with these blush sticks. I did not like them at first, but now I have like this whole newfound love for them. And I do love these products, but I really want to try the new Fenty Beauty cream blushes. But like I have made myself stop buying so much makeup and told myself I can't buy makeup unless I run out of something. And since I do have these 2 cream blushes and other cream blushes in my collection, until I go through one of these, I will not let myself buy any new cream blush products. So I really want to go through one or both of these cream blushes. I have the shade Aloha and Under Pressure. Under Pressure will be kind of harder for me to get through because I don't use it as much as Aloha, but here's Under Pressure all the way rolled up. I think I could probably use about half of it though. I do think I'll be using this shade more in the summertime because it is a lot brighter and more corally. And then Aloha I use like every day. I used it today. I still have quite a bit of this left. I honestly think I could use Aloha all the way up though because I like this shade more on my skin tone. It's especially pretty in the fall and winter because it does have like a little bit of that rosy undertone, and I think rosy cheeks are very cute in the wintertime and they're more like aesthetically pleasing to me. I don't know why, but that's how I feel. So I think I'll probably use Under Pressure a lot more in like the summer and spring, so the next upcoming months, and then I'll probably use Aloha more in the fall and winter, even though I still use Aloha all the time. So I feel like I'm gonna use Aloha all the way up and then like half of Under Pressure. That's my goal there because I do use these like every day now. I have included these into my everyday face makeup routine. So yeah, I really want to work through these so I can buy more of these and the Fenty Beauty ones. And I just, you know, I want to use them up. Cream products don't last the longest, so I thought these were really cool to add to this Project Pan. And you really don't see a lot of people using cream blushes in their Project Pan videos, so I just wanted to be different, you know. I only picked one other face product for this Project Pan because I didn't go through the face products in my last Project Pan the way I thought I would, so I didn't really want to use too many in this round. I wanted to focus more on like my eye products and lip products because that's why I flourished with most of my last Project Pan, kind of, sort of. So the last face product I have here is my Natasha Denona All Over Glow in the shade 01 Fair Clair. I love this highlighter. It's a very pretty highlighter, but I've had it for a very long time. I want to say like 3 years at this point. And I do use this somewhat often, but only when I want a more natural looking highlight. And you guys know me and my extra ass, that is like almost never. But I do want to like broaden my horizons. I do want to mix it up a little bit when it comes to my makeup. So I think by adding a more natural highlighter into this Project Pan, it'll help me like calm down the highlighting game a little bit, focus more on like matte looks or just less blinding highlight. Even though I do love a blinding highlight, I want to mix it up more. I feel like I do the same old every day with my face makeup, and I just thought by including this it'll teach me to tone down the highlight, appreciate my natural glow more. I don't know, I just feel like including it. It's a very nice highlighter. It's my favorite like natural highlighter, so we'll see. I want to hit pan on it, you know. I'm very confident in the fact that I'll hit pan on this because I've been using it for 3 years now, and there's no divot in it, but it's kind of flat. So I feel like I'm throwing myself a bone with this one just for funsies. This next product I don't think I'm going to use all the way through because there's a lot of product in this and I don't use a lot of it when I use it. But I just wanted to add this in here just so I could focus on using this and products like this more often. I included my Colourpop pigment in the shade Red Zone. I wanted to use this shade in particular because it's like a champagne color that I would use like on an everyday basis, you know? So I figured if I'm gonna try to use a pigment up, this is like the safest bet. I just forget to use my pigments and glitters all the time. I never think, oh yeah, let me grab my pigment or Super Shock Shadow or glitter. I always forget to use them, and I hate that because they're so pretty. I spent so much money on them. I own so many of them, which is a part of the reason I wanted to include it in a Project Pan, even though I know I will not use this all the way up because it's a pigment and it's a lot of product, you know. I just wanted to focus on, you know, using it more, getting my use out of it before it expires and goes bad, because I own so many of these Colourpop pigments and pigments from other brands as well that I never use. So I figured if I like make the mental note to use this one more, I'll use this one a lot and my other. So it's kind of making me just, you know, broaden my horizons and remember to use my pigments by including it in a project pan. I have no hopes of using this all the way up. It will not happen. Like, I know for a fact it won't happen. But I just, you know, thought by including this, I could work on it, you know, get some more use out of it, because it is one of my favorite shades from their pigment line. Just thought by including it, I would use others more. That's all there was to that one. And I also do have 2 gel liners here. The first one I have here is a basic black gel liner from Maybelline. It's the Maybelline Eye Studio gel liner. I am trying to go cruelty-free with my collection. I've mentioned that a couple of times on my channel. It's a very slow process because I own apparently a lot of makeup that is not cruelty-free. I didn't really think I owned that much, but when I go through my extravagant makeup collection, there is quite a few not cruelty-free products in there, and this being one of them. Maybelline is not cruelty-free, unfortunately. And I do like this gel liner. It's a nice and simple gel black liner. It lasts very long, and I just want to use this up and then not repurchase it again. I would like to replace this in my collection with a cruelty-free gel liner, so I include this in the project pan so I would know to use this up and use it more often. Anytime I want to do a black liner, I'm going to try to use this bad boy just so I can get my use out of it, because gel liners do expire pretty quickly. And again, I'm trying to go cruelty-free here, so I gotta kick this to the curb. And I don't want to be wasteful and throw away a whole pot, you know, so that's why that's in there. And then I thought for funsies, I would include this Colourpop gel liner in the shade Zulu. I just think this is a really pretty blue shade, and I don't have a lot of colorful products in this project pan. In my last project pan, I included a rainbow eyeshadow palette, and you know, that just really taught me that I don't wear color that often, and I should have not included a rainbow palette in my first project pan, but we live and learn. I wanted to include one fun pop of color in this project pan, and I think this blue liner is very simple, because I could do a look like this today and just put a blue liner on my waterline or as a wing liner, or just, you know, even use it as like a fun pop of eyeshadow color. I don't know. It'd be very easy and fun to use, and again, gel liners do expire pretty quickly. They dry out relatively fast in comparison to other eyeliners, so I just thought this would be funsies. I don't think I could use this all the way up, but you know, I could use it probably halfway up. That's my goal. I want to use half of this gel pot liner by this time next year. Talking in like terms of the future is so weird, because like your life could be so different this time next year, you know, like life could be so different for me and you and Mr. Magoo. I don't know, like life could just be incredibly different a year from now. And once again, in this project pan, I did include 2 eyeshadow palettes, because eyeshadow palettes I just own the most of my collection. I've mentioned it before, I'm an eyeshadow palette hoarder. I own way too many damn palettes. It's a big problem in my life. But I did want to make this a little different, and I decided to include my big Colourpop magnetic palette with all of my Colourpop single shadows in here. Well, these aren't all of my Colourpop single shadows. I do have another big palette just like this one with colorful shadows. But this palette in particular I made to be like my everyday palette from Colourpop, with all like my favorite shades. It's everything I could ever need in here. And I use it a little bit, but not as much as I want to, and I honestly never use it on camera. I did do a whole video about this palette, and I'll try to link it above somewhere, but in that video I went through this entire palette. I showed you guys all the shades, the names, and like why I chose them for this palette. So if you're interested in the breakdown of this palette, I'll link that video up there for you. But yeah, I never use this on camera, and I don't use it as much in my everyday life as I would like to. So I thought by including this in Project Pan, I would get some more love out of these shadows. And I like this palette. Well, obviously I like this palette, I made it myself, but I like this palette because it does have just everything I could need for an everyday look. So it doesn't matter if I'm just doing a basic smoky eye like today, I could still use this palette. If I want to do like a fall mustardy look or a purple look, I could use this palette. This has like all of my go-to shades all in one. So I just thought it'd be interesting to include single shadows in this Project Pan. Again, I don't see a lot of people use single shadows in Project Pan. So I just thought it'd be interesting. I don't know. I do love these shades and I want to use them more often, so that was my thought process on that one. And honestly, these shades are very like dupeable. Like you could find these in like any palette you have at home more than likely. So I thought that'd make it easy on me and you if you want to recreate a look. Most of those shades are pretty findable. Findable? Accessible? I don't know. And then this little palette right here I just recently got, and again I wanted to throw in a little bit of color in this Project Pan because even though I didn't do very well with color in my last one, I thought if I just threw in a little bit in this one, it'll make it more okay. And I made sure I include colors I would actually use. So I threw in this little ABH Norvina palette. It's the one with the cherries on it. It's the Mini Pro Palette Volume 3. This one has a lot of red tones in here, and I love my warm shades. You guys know I love my warm tones. I love my oranges and reds. So I thought this would be a pretty easy palette, honestly, for me to use for Project Pan. Even though it's very colorful, there's blues and greens in here, which I don't know if I'll touch those as much. But I thought the reds and pinks in here would be pretty easy for me to use because I do like those shades on me. So yeah, that's why I include this one. Oh, I didn't like set a goal for my palette right here. Backtracking really quickly, with my Colourpop single shadows, I would like to hit pan on, let's start slow and simple. Let's say 3 shades. I want to hit pan on at least 3 shades in this palette in the next year. I will, of course, be doing updates through this Project Pan just like I did in my last one. So let's say by the 3-month or even 6-month mark, I have hit pan on 3 shades in here. I will add more shades to hit pan on. Like, I'll up the ante, you know? Right now, let's stick with 3 shades. Let's see if I can hit pan on 3 shades in here. With the Norvina palette, I want to hit pan on maybe just... The pans are smaller in here, so I'm going to say 2 shades in this palette. I want my goal to be 2 shades in this palette. Again, if I hit pan on 2 shades by like the 6 or 9 month mark, I'll add another shade or 2. But yeah, there's only 9 shades in here, so I think hitting pan on 2 would be pretty cool. I think it'll be pretty easy because the pans are smaller. At least they appear to be smaller. I'm not too sure. But yeah, 2 shades in here, 3 shades in my Colourpop singles, and then if I meet those goals, we'll of course keep going. I didn't want to be a boring Betty. I didn't want to just have a bunch of neutrally easy products. I wanted to make it somewhat difficult with the blue liner and the Norvina palette. I don't know. I just thought that'd be funsies. And then I did include 2 different lip products in this Project Pan round 2. I include this NARS lip cream in the shade Stripped. Again, NARS is not cruelty free, but I do love this lip cream very much. I have it on my lips right now. It's a really pretty nude. It's something I could throw on every single day, you know, and just head out the door. So I want to be able to use this up because it was very expensive and it's not cruelty free, so I can't really keep it in my collection anymore. So same reasoning with my Maybelline gel eyeliner. I just want to use it up and get it out of my collection so I don't have a product that was tested on animals. So this will be like my go-to simple nude until I use it up. So if you guys are around for my first Project Pan journey and you watched those videos, you will know I went through 2.5 new lipsticks during that time. I didn't include any like dark or bold lipstick in that Project Pan because I wasn't sure about how quickly I could use up a lipstick. Now I know I can go through them pretty fast, so I wanted to throw in this KVD Beauty lipstick in the shade Sanctuary. It's a really pretty brown color. I think I will use it a ton in the fall and winter time. And I think it's a really pretty color. I don't wear a bold lip very often because I'm just a nude kind of girl. It's who I've always been. I want to challenge myself to wear darker lips because I think they're pretty. So yeah, I want to use the KVD Beauty liquid lipstick in Sanctuary a little more. It's a very pretty deep brown purple. I just, you know, you gotta mix it up. You gotta make this somewhat interesting to watch and be a part of. So yeah, guys, those are the products I'll be using for my Project Pan round 2 journey. There's 10 different products here. I'm more confident in my abilities to use up these products than even in my first Project Pan. Maybe because after doing that first one, I realized how quickly I can use something up if I actually use it all the time. I'm especially interested to see how quickly I use up these eyeshadows because I used ABH Soft Glam Up so quickly, but those pans were much smaller than the ones in the Colourpop single shadow form, so I'm just interested to see how quickly I'll use it. Same thing with like the cream blushes and the gel liners. Like, I just want to see how quickly I can actually use those up or if it's going to take me longer than I'm thinking. Only time will tell. If you guys have any video ideas or requests or tutorials you want to see with some of these products, let me know down below. I love you guys so much, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.